Okay, so this might sound kinda out there. I'm Sarah, just your regular nurse. But something happened at the hospital where I worked, and it's kinda tough to talk about. It all started one night. It was super quiet, and I saw this guy. He was wearing this old-fashioned hat, just standing in the hallway. Thought I was just tired or something, but nope, it wasn't just that night. Then things got weirder. Some nights I'd wake up and couldn't move for a bit, and he was there, right in my room. Sounds nuts, but it felt super real. Scared the heck out of me, to be honest. Even the patients started talking about seeing this hat guy in their dreams. The whole hospital started feeling, I don't know, just off. This one time I was in the break room and the TV turned on by itself. And get this, it showed that hat man walking around our hospital. Like, how does that even happen? But the thing that really freaked me out? One night, he just popped up in the hallway, blocking my way. He reached out, and man, it was like this coldness hit me. That was it for me. I quit right after. I mean, who's gonna believe this stuff, right? Even now, I get chills thinking he might show up again.
Hey, so I'm Mark. This is kind of hard to get into. I'm not usually into ghost stories or anything, but something weird happened in our house. Something I just can't shake off. We had just moved into this house, seemed perfect for us, Nice neighborhood, good space. But not long after settling in, things started getting odd. I'd catch glimpses of this shadowy guy wearing an old-fashioned hat. At first I thought I was just stressed, seeing things, But it wasn't just me. Some nights I'd wake up and for a few moments, I couldn't move. That's when I'd see him, standing in the shadows just out of reach. The first few times I brushed it off as bad dreams, but it kept happening. Then the kids, they started talking about this bad man and their nightmares. It wasn't just once or twice, it became a regular thing. They were scared, and I didn't know what to tell them. During the day, weird stuff kept happening. We'd find the kids' toys rearranged in these strange patterns when no one was home. Our dog Max, a normally chill guy, started acting up. He'd refuse to go into certain rooms, just barking at empty corners like he saw something we couldn't. The turning point? This one night. I heard a noise, checked on the kids, and he was there in the hallway, right outside their room. The air felt colder, and the fear, it was like nothing I've felt before. It was so intense, so real. I knew we couldn't stay after that. We moved out, but the whole experience left a mark, Sometimes, when it's quiet, I catch myself looking over my shoulder, feeling like he's still around. It's hard to explain, but it's like he's out there somewhere, still watching us.
Hi, my name is Jenna. I'm a librarian, and something really strange and terrifying is happening to me, both at my library and at home. Our library is this charming old building, but recently I've felt like I'm not alone, especially after hours. I kept seeing shadows and thought I was just seeing things because I was tired. But then, this dark man in a hat started appearing around the bookshelves, peeking through the gaps in the books, looking at me. He never made a sound, just appeared and vanished. At first I thought it was someone being a creep, or maybe I was just stressed out and seeing things. But it's so much more than that. Now, he's followed me home. I wake up at night, completely paralyzed. And he's there, standing over my bed. The fear is indescribable. It's like being trapped in your own body, unable to do anything while this figure just watches you. Then, as suddenly as it happens, I can move again, and he's gone. But the fear always stays with me. I've tried to find out more about him in the library's history, but there's nothing. It feels like whatever he is, he's attached himself to me and won't leave me alone, and I can't escape it. It sounds crazy, but I feel like I'm being stalked by this thing, both at work and at home. I'm really scared and not sure what to do.
I need to share something weird that's happening to me. I'm Alex, a night shift artist. My studio was my sanctuary until recently. Things have taken a dark, really unnerving turn. A few weeks back, while painting late at night, I started feeling watched. At first, I figured it was just stress or lack of sleep. But then, this figure appeared. A man in an old-fashioned hat, just standing there, staring at my paintings. It was creepy as hell. I tried to confront him and ask who he was or what he wanted, but he just vanished into thin air. And now I feel him all the time, lurking just out of sight in my studio. It's like he's always there, watching me. But it doesn't end there. It followed me home. I've been waking up, paralyzed in bed, and he's there in my room, standing in the corner. The whole room feels like it's filled with this heavy, ominous dread. It's like I'm trapped, can't scream or move, just lying there while he watches. When I can finally move, he's gone. It's seriously freaking me out. I don't know what to do. It's like this thing isn't just haunting my studio. It's haunting me and I don't know what to do anymore.
I'm not usually one to talk about this stuff, but something really weird and kind of scary is happening to me. I'm Mark, and I don't even know how to say this without sounding crazy. I've always liked staying up late, but for the past few months, things have been off. It started with feeling like someone was watching me. I tried to ignore it, thinking it was all in my head, but then things got seriously freaky. There's this shadowy figure, a man with an old hat, and he just shows up in my room. I'm not making this up. He's always just out of the corner of my eye, blending with the shadows. It's really freaking me out. But that's not the worst part. He started to appear in my dreams, turning them into total nightmares. And sometimes I wake up and can't move at all. And he's there at the end of my bed. It's terrifying. I'm stuck. Can't scream or do anything, and he's just standing there. The whole room feels like it's filled with this suffocating fear. It seems like hours go by laying there, panicking, and every time I can finally move, he disappears. But I'm left feeling so scared. I don't know if it's a ghost or what, but it's really getting to me. It feels like this shadow guy isn't just in my room, he's in my head now. I don't know what to do, guys.
Working late in an empty office can be unsettling, but imagine if you're not alone. My name is Emma, and my after-hours work turned into encounters that still haunt me. It all started in subtle ways. Little things at first, like strange shadows in the corners of my eyes, or this eerie feeling whenever I was alone. I thought maybe it was just the stress of the job or the office being too quiet. But then, it escalated in a way I couldn't ignore. I started waking up in the middle of the night, completely paralyzed. That's when I saw him, the Hat Man standing in my room. He was like a shadow, but so dense, so there. His presence was overwhelming, suffocating almost, with this heavy sense of dread everywhere. It wasn't long before these started to happen, even at the office. I'd be working late, and I'd hear my name whispered when there was no one else around. Sometimes I'd see his silhouette reflected on my computer screen or feel him standing behind me. It was like he was always there, just out of sight. The most chilling thing was at my desk. It was late, the office was quiet, and then he was there, right outside the office. It was so real, so vivid. There was this fear, sure, but also this weird sense of sadness. I couldn't understand it. It didn't make any sense. Even now, when I'm in that half-awake, half-asleep state, I can feel him left, like he's still somewhere close. It's a feeling I can't shake, this sense that he's always watching, always there in the shadows.